Hello friends and welcome to Pathologic Volume 11 Episode 29, where we will be playing something today that is reminiscent, heavily reminiscent of Minesweeper, but just a bit different. Let's point out the differences as we take a look at the rules. In Mosaic, we shade some cells such that each clue indicates the number of shaded cells in its surrounding up to 3x3 area, including the clued cell itself. So this 6 is looking at 6 shaded cells right there. This 1 only has 1 in the 3x3 area. So the key difference here is the including this clued cell itself. We don't know when we have a clue that it is necessarily unshaded, and we have to deduce that from the clue numbers. Those are the rules of Mosaic, so it's time to solve a puzzle. This Mosaic puzzle comes to us from Tyrgannus. Let's look for large and small numbers. We've got an 8, got some 8s, we've got some 1s. We don't have any 9s or 0s, which would be givens in this setup. This 8 and 2 are very close to each other, and close to each other spatially, and very far apart numerically, so that is likely a place to start. So we can have at most one unshaded cell. We will have exactly one unshaded cell in this 3x3, so it means at most one in these 3 cells. But this clue means that we can't shade all 3 of these. So one of these is unshaded. That means that all of these will be shaded, all of these will be unshaded, and we get 2 out of 3 here. That means that for this 3, we know which 3 are shaded. All of these are unshaded. We need 5 out of 6 here, which will pair up with this 1. We can only have at most 1 shaded here, but we need 5 out of 6, so these 4 become shaded. These, it's 1 and not the other, which means these 4 are unshaded, which is enough to finish up our 7 clue. We can only get 2 unshaded there, which finishes the 1 and the 5. And down here, this 8, 8 and 3, that's not as good as 8 and 2. Okay, any other 6 and 1, is that far enough apart? Not by itself. All right, that may have been the easy stuff. So let's see. 5 out of 6 here, that's good. 5 out of 6, so we can only miss out 1. And we can't shade all 3 of these because of this 2, so these 3 must be shaded. And 2 of these are, so none of these are. And that forces this 6 to look like that. Finishing off our 1 clue. And 3 in this area. This 8 is done. This is unshaded, so we need all of those. And that finishes off the 3. 1, 2, 3. And the 2. And now, this 8 and this 1 will play together right here. We can only have a max of 1 because of this clue, and we can only have a minimum of 1 because of that clue. So it is exactly 1, which means none of those are shaded, which means all of those are shaded. The 4 is also done, which finishes off the 1. And that finishes off the 6. And then the 4 is all accounted for. And then the 8, we know where the unshaded is now. 6, we get 3 out of the 4 here. And these are next to a 1. So we can only have 1 here, so we need 2 there. And none of these are shaded. So we are left with 1 of these being shaded to finish off the 6 and the 1. Oh, that makes that unshaded. So then the 5 is going to finish this off because we know that it's all 5 of these must be. And that is how we solve a mosaic.